Hey friends, Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Blue Sports Report. Without you guys, man, this literally does not work. It is Sunday evening, and another weekend has gone by. And I try and make every single day as productive as I can. I try and do as much as possible because once this day is over, I cannot get it back. And as we've learned, there's no guarantees for tomorrow. So I've been working on the man cave and the exterior man cave and stuff. And for me, this is a dream that I'm trying to fulfill. About a year and a half or so ago, I was dreaming about having this outdoor section where I could get the guys together. We could do round tables and have extra guests and stuff over here and make this kind of like a sports pub slash studio. And today was another one of those steps that got me a little bit closer. And hopefully by the time the season gets here, I'll have this thing really complete and, dreaming about bigger and better things. But our Dallas Cowboys, they had the blue and white scrimmage today. We have a few guys that are a little nicked up. We got Amari Cooper who has got a little bit of a heel issue, nothing major, but they're gonna let him rest. Sean Lee is beginning to work on the bungee cords, where you're being pulled and things like that. And generally speaking, Bill Parcells used to say, once the guy starts getting on the strings, they're getting close to being back. So that's a good thing. There's no timetable for Zach Martin, but they're probably giving him anti-inflammatories for the disc and things, and doing treatments and stuff on him. So it's probably day to day or week to week. So it shouldn't be anything major. That, and of course, after being in camp for the last 10 days, you've got camp legs, and that's literally where you feel like your legs are spaghetti from all the work and stuff. You can be in shape running around, but there's nothing like being in football shape. And of course, Jerry Jones was at the Hall of Fame yesterday, and he is now back. So this is another kind of first for you guys. We're going to go to Jerry Jones here on the exterior Joe Blue Man Cave.
Let's go to NFL Next. Come down from his perch, Jerry Jones stepping to the microphone at Cowboys practice in Oxnard today. Let's listen up.
Nothing to report about any of our agreements, and of course I know the top three you're talking about, but as I'm so often mentioned, we probably have 7 or 8 other contracts that we're in the process of negotiating aspects of it or preparing to negotiate. So we don't have anything specific about any of our contracts.
Can you get your overall thoughts of today's scrimmage and what you see?
Yeah, I thought that I was particularly impressed with Jackson, the Miami defensive end. He obviously made the eye-opening tackle, but more importantly, and he was known for this, about his ability to chase the ball, pursue the ball, how he would just never quit on the play. Well, this is the first time we've had the live action, and I'm telling you, he was really impressive. He was all over the field. He was aggressive. He was in on the first 2 or 3 tackles, and so I thought he had a good day.
All over the field.
Really showed the ability to plant his feet, and then his quick feet. And
quick feet.
He's obviously about as smooth an athlete, and certainly running back. You saw the flexibility when we were in there with most of our passing game with the first, and they had him in there to really let him get all these reps that he possibly can. If he continues to, which he's got to, if he continues to get better and better and better, then I think you're going to see a guy that plays early for the Cowboys. Pollard.
Okay. How would you assess Dak's camp so far and what you've seen from him?
Oh, I think he's taking what we've worked on in mini camps, taking what we're working on back here in his study sessions and his those work sessions, taking them right to the practice field, executing on them. I'm rewarded by the fact that he's throwing a lot of long balls.
A lot of long balls.
Came into camp with the idea in mind that he'd do a lot of go routes, and he's doing a lot of go routes. He's got the guys at number 81's got the speed to get down there and go do it. They worked on that all day long, but of course we didn't have Cooper out here, but we had some other speed. So I like what Dak's doing. I really like what we're doing with our some of the stuff we're working on with our tight ends, some of the tight ends, pass option that you've got with Dak. I think all of that is different. They're we're definitely doing some different stuff.
Are you satisfied that Cooper will be back soon, Jerry? That Amari will be back soon? Are you satisfied that he'll be back?
Yeah, that was, there's just no need of pushing anything. He's got a little heel there. That's
got a little heel.
Against the Giants. Dr. Jones thinks that he would have been out there playing against the Giants.
Dr.
But seriously,
Jones.
you get a little nick like that, you might favor it a little the wrong way, and there have something else happen. And so, with the time we've got and the nature of today, it didn't hurt for him not to be out at all.
Thoughts on your defense?
All right, so that was Jerry Jones, our fearless leader, back talking about everything is Dallas Cowboys. And we're going to shift to the other part of the set here. Forgive me. And let me not put my rear end into the fire because, well, that's hot. You know, Mark, you got to be careful that you don't put your rear end into the fire, son, because that fire, well, it's real hot. And you don't want to burn the booty, buddy. You don't want to burn the booty. So let's just turn that fire down a little bit here because, you know, it is about 80 degrees out here, but we want to have that fireside chat, son. But in all seriousness now, you know, we've got little nagging injuries. I mean, everybody gets little nagging injuries. Like I said, you get camp legs and stuff out there. Today was really the first live action that they had with the blue and white scrimmage. You know, it's not really that much. It's not really going, you know, full live. They're not taking guys to the ground and stuff, but they're trying, you know, goal line situations and things. And some of your horses weren't out there. The thing that you got to go and understand is we got Xavier Woods, who's had a couple interceptions the last couple of days in practice. That would bode well for our defense if we're able to get a few interceptions besides in practice, because one of the two things that I believe are truly key for this team is red zone offense. We have got to score when we get down in there. Touchdowns, not field goals. A couple of those games, if we had gotten a touchdown instead of field goal, would have been victories. A couple of victories would have been home field advantage, home cooking, and maybe a chance to go to a Super Bowl. Another thing that we have not been able to get, and I just don't understand it, with Rod Martinelli's defense, with that pass rush that he has and the pressure that he puts on quarterback, is getting takeaways. What do we have, 9 interceptions on the season? That sucks. That's pathetic. We have got to get the ball. But what you're seeing is our defense is pretty good, and they're going to be good at getting after the quarterback. And if you can get after the quarterback, chances are you're going to force him into a bad throw because he's going to throw before he's ready, before the guys finish making the break. He's going to take more risk because he's got to get rid of the football and dealing with desperation. And you're going to be chasing him out of the pocket. And when you're chasing him out of the pocket, he's trying to run and trying to make a play. That ball is kind of out here, and that's when you get the swipes. And that is the difference between winning and losing. You forget about all these yards and everything else, because as they talk about the Dallas Cowboys, you know, they're 21st in points. Yeah, they're 21st in points. But you know, only 12 teams made the playoffs, and the Cowboys were one of them, being only 21 in points. There's a lot of teams that are scoring a lot of points. Why? Because their defense stinks, and the other team's scoring a whole lot of points, and they're getting points in garbage time. So that's where sometimes you got to look at statistics and say, yeah, this is true. You may not be great in this category, but what is the situation? If you're a team that has the lead a lot, you're going to throw less and take less chances because you're trying to end the game. So you're not going to have as many yards. You're going to run the football more. And if you're a team that's got a great defensive backfield, teams are going to probably run the football more on you, in which case, you know, you might be first in stopping the pass, but you might be 31st in stopping the run, and nobody's trying to pass on you because they're getting yardage all day. So you say, yeah, man, that's the #1 pass defense. Yeah, because ain't nobody throwing the ball against them because they suck up front. And vice versa. You can say a team, man, they're #1 in stopping the defense. Yeah, because, well, I'm out there as the D-back, and I couldn't cover anything. So that's where sometimes you have to take some of the statistics that people throw at you and say, yeah, there should be an asterisk by that because it goes along with this. But be that as it may, the bottom line is In 32 days from today, the marathon that is the NFL season begins. And I can't wait. I'm doing everything I can to make sure I got everything perfect. I'm putting in all the practice. Not a game now. We're talking about me putting in the practice, me putting in the work. Because when you put in that work, when you get prepared for something, you don't just show up game day and say, okay, here we go, what are we going to do? No. It's about doing that stuff time and time again, making sure you got everything that you've practiced and it becomes second nature. Those are the ones that succeed. So, here goes another weekend, guys. We got the TV outside. You're up to date with everything that is the Dallas Cowboys. Be sure to subscribe to my other channel if you like construction work, if you like woodworking, or if you got a broke down house and need to ask a few questions on how to fix it. Jobu's Day Job Homes. Make sure you subscribe to that. And don't forget, tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Eastern. 9 o'clock Eastern. We'll be here, and I'm going to be bringing some heat. I'm going to be bringing some fire, because tomorrow's the last day that Zeke Elliott has before he loses a year. And we're going to be talking about that and everything else that is practice. But right now, friends, it's time for me to turn out those lights. This party's over. Thank you, as always, friends. Keep the faith, man, and keep on fighting. I'll see you in the morning. When I woke up this morning and got out of bed, I had some really fresh thoughts going through my head. There were no guns, no tanks, no atomic bombs. To be frank, homeboy, there were no arms, just people working hand in hand. It was a vision of peace all across the land. It was a dream, just a dream. Between all countries there were good relations. There finally was a meaning to United Nations. And everybody had an occupation. It was cool to chill in foreign places. It was a dream. Run DMC, my friends. Speaking some real knowledge back in the day. See ya.